The end of Daredevil, Born Again Season 2 is nearly here, and the vigilante war between Daredevil and Kingpin has now manifested a small Spider-Man reference. Due to the complicated nature of Spider-Man's TV rights, he's so far only been able to be part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe through Sony Pictures deals with Marvel Studios to co-produce solo films and include him in larger crossover events. But the New York setting of Daredevil, Born Again has kept the web-slinger's whereabouts as a recurring discussion point. Mayor Wilson Fisk's anti-vigilante agenda would include the Marvel icon as a target, which is why Born Again Season 1 had Kingpin reference Spider-Man. It was the first true connection to the wall crawler on this side of the MCU. Audiences have seen Tom Holland's Peter Parker interact with Charlie Cox's Matt Murdock in Spider-Man: No Way Home, and there is hope that more will come. There is plenty of speculation that they'll reunite in some fashion in Spider-Man: Brand New Day later this year, but it would also feel strange for Peter to remain on the sidelines as Daredevil and Kingpin battle for New York's soul. Now, there is at least a tease of his presence in this story thanks to Daredevil, Born Again Season 2, Episode 7. A simple shot of the New York City Hall after the Mayor Fisk protest from Episode 6 shows police tape on the pillars. And right above it, Spider is written in white on a black strap, seemingly becoming the show's latest Spider-Man reference. Was Daredevil, Born Again Season 2's Spider-Man reference intentional? Given the unusual nature of this Spidey-related Easter egg, the intentionality behind it is worth questioning. The black strap that it is written on is not a unique production design choice by the Daredevil, Born Again team. They are fastened onto the Brooklyn Borough Hall, which is the real-life location the series uses to film scenes at New York City Hall. One could wonder if Spider is written on one of the straps in real life. It's impossible to verify that without visiting the Brooklyn Borough Hall. But considering how Marvel's team had to decorate the entire set for the protest scene and fashion the police tape to the pillars for this Episode 7 shot, there's no way they would have never noticed the writing if it existed previously. Fans across social media have noticed and brought more attention to the moment. It would have been easy for Marvel to digitally remove the Spider writing if it was not intentional and erase any chance of viewers interpreting this shot incorrectly. Since they elected not to do that, it becomes much more believable that this was a subtle reference to Spider-Man. After all, it was only a few weeks ago that it seemed far-fetched that Marvel intentionally included the Watcher in Daredevil, Born Again Season 2, only for them to confirm the theory as legitimate. If they are willing to do an unconventional reference like that, Spider makes more sense as a connection to Spider-Man than an unintended spark for speculation about what will come of it. Daredevil, Born Again Spider-Man references must lead to a bigger crossover. If we count Season 2, Episode 7's reference, this is now the second time Daredevil, Born Again has connected to Spider-Man without him appearing. This one could be seen as Spider-Man leaving his mark on the protest or as a civilian starting to write his name before being interrupted by the anti-vigilante task force. It's great that Daredevil, Born Again can include these Spider-Man references after the original Daredevil show could not. But this can't be all there is. Marvel Studios will eventually need to pay off these teases with a proper crossover that gives Daredevil and Spider-Man a chance to team up against Kingpin. That's unlikely to happen in Holland's next solo film, even with Brand New Day's major Born Again connections. Marvel could try to talk Sony into a temporary deal to let Spider-Man appear in Born Again Season 3, but that might be a tough sell. Instead, it may require Marvel Studios to make a Daredevil movie with Spider-Man as a supporting character. Another path would be continuing the street-level approach of Brand New Day into Spider-Man 5 and making Kingpin the villain of that feature, with Daredevil and others teaming up with Spider-Man to save New York. Don't count on Spider-Man appearing in Daredevil, Born Again Season 2's finale after this reference. But hopefully Marvel will deliver the Spider-Man/Daredevil team-up against Kingpin everyone has been asking about for years before too long.